Hi everybody, this is Natasha Wilkinson, your independent Scentsy consultant from Mount Isa, Australia. I have had 2 boxes arrive today, so we're going to do an unboxing. Now, I will say this is probably a smaller unboxing than what I am anticipating getting from the holiday collection. I am trying to build up enough product credit to close out a party and get some more items with the holiday collection. So this is probably going to be one of a few boxes throughout the month of holiday goodies. I have my eye on a few holiday goodies. I just haven't quite purchased them all yet. So let's delve into these 2 boxes, will we? So the first box contains, which for myself personally is something I love to buy every year from the consultant store. I am a pen to paper note taker. I also have to have the same notes that I take on pen to paper and transfer them to my Good Notes digital planner as well, and then I take a whole bunch of things and transfer them to Trello to work from. So without having things written down, I would be all over the place. I have to write things down. So this is for my pen to paper note taking, and I buy this every year from the consultant store, and that is the Scentsy planner. So this is the Scentsy planner for 2023. As you can see, it is gorgeous. So what I do every year is I will buy the Scentsy planner. I use everything that they do put in it. I'm probably going to do a separate video showing you more of what they put in it through the year, but I also extend on this as well for my paper planning. So as you can see, this is last year's Scentsy planner, and you can see the difference in thickness. So from Happy Planner, what I normally do is I go and buy bigger circles. I buy extra things from Happy Planner that I can put into this planner that I also use. So as I said, I will do a separate video on the digital, this one is my digital one. This is my pen to paper planner. So this is the one I use from home, and then all of this information goes into a digital planner in Good Notes for when I'm not at home. So the same things I also have a digital version of. But as I said, I will do a separate video of how I set up my planner and how I extend that in a separate video. But that is for next year. Can't wait to get into that, see what I need, how I want to set that up. So I did buy that. And then the next thing in this first box is, as a consultant, you get access to certain collections before they are available to purchase to the general public, for us to make samples with, for us to do first sniffs of, for us to basically promote, take photos. So we get early access to certain bundles. So one of those bundles is the Sense of the Season collection, and this will not be available to the 1st of November. So it will be available to the general public on the 1st of November. If I'm looking down, it's because I'm just reading the information about this particular one. And with the Sense of the Season collection, So as a consultant, we got access up to 2 bundles, so I did collect 2 bundles. But this year with the Sense of the Seasons collection, they did something a little bit differently. All 4 scents from the Sense of the Season collection are older, returning scents that have previously been in previous collections of Scentsy or have previously been in the catalogue. So if this is a scent that you've had before that you really love, that you missed out on putting in Scentsy Club, now's your opportunity to do that when they get released on the 1st of November. You will be able to put any of these bars separately into a Scentsy Club subscription if you haven't tried them before. Now's your opportunity to try some previous scents that have either been around in that catalogue or have been around in a previous collection. So let's talk about these scents, shall we? So I would say it's a first sniff, but for me, I've smelt all of these scents before, so they're not really a first sniffs, but I'm still going to sniff through the Sense of the Seasons collection, give you my impression and give you my thoughts on them. So we are going to start off with my favourite one. This actually did make it to my Scentsy Club when it was originally released. So this was originally released as our Home for the Holidays collection in 2020, I believe, was when we had this scent, and it was released as bricks in Region 1 that year for their holiday brick collection. So that is Salted Caramel Toffee. This, in all likelihood, is probably going to go back into my Scentsy Club. I did take it out after getting a little bit of the collection and not using it as much as what I thought I would, but it is really, really good. If you like Give Me Candy, if you like caramel scents, Salted Caramel Toffee is the one for you. So I will say this is very rich, very buttery, cloying caramel, chewy, ooey, gooey caramel. So you need to like rich, cloying, decadent, ooey gooey, chewy caramel toffee scents to like Salted Caramel Toffee. I will say it is a beautiful mix of both. So Give Me Candy is not as ooey gooey, chewy, sticky, cloying. It is a little bit more creamier. You get that creamy caramel with Give Me Candy, whereas this is more of that chewy, sticky, ooey gooey caramel that you're smelling with Salted Caramel Toffee. As I said, this will probably go back into my Scentsy Club for a little while, because when I'm in the mood for a caramel scent, when I'm in the mood for something rich and sweet, this definitely ticks all the boxes. So it is described by Scentsy as the sweet scent of salted caramel takes melted toffee and butterscotch to new levels of indulgence. And indulgent is definitely the right word for Salted Caramel Toffee. The next one in the Sense of the Season collection is Crimson Berry Christmas, and this is described as comforting crimson berries highlight the excitement of Christmas morning with a burst of sweet cinnamon that warms crisp Snapple I am losing my wording here. So that warms crisp snow apple. So if I remember correctly, this was also available the same year as Salted Caramel Toffee in 2020. I just can't remember if it was also in the Home for the Holidays collection or if it was from the 2020 Sense of the Season collection. So it was available as one of the Christmas collections in 2020 from memory. And I do remember Very Nelly putting this in my club too. And I can't remember, I think at the time I didn't love it as much as Ava cinnamon and apple scents that I had in my club. So I think that's why it didn't make the cut. So I'm interested 2 years later now, because I don't have any and I haven't had any for a while, and I didn't stock up on this one. I think I had 2 or 3, warmed through them, and then they were gone. So I'm interested now, 2 years later, smelling this again and seeing if maybe my preferences have changed, if it will end up in my club, or if it will be again another one that I will warm through the few bars I have from the Scents of the Season collection and then say bye-byes like I did last time. So this is Christmassy, but it's sweet and fruity, and then you get that burst of a sweet cinnamon. So it's not a red hot cinnamon, it's a sweet cinnamon. And then you can smell the apple. The apple kind of adds a fresh but a very lolly-like sweetness, I guess you could say. It's sweet, but it's not. That cinnamon adds a sweetness as well. It's sweet, but it's not like real fruit sweet or juice sweet. It's kind of got a sugary sweetness and then the powderiness from the apple. So I'm kind of smelling the flesh of an apple as opposed to the juice of an apple or the peel of an apple. That snow apple really shines through on the bottom here, and then the next thing I'm smelling is a sweet cinnamon. So I'm smelling flesh of an apple, sweet cinnamon, and I think that berry's just maybe giving it maybe that little bit of a candy-like finish, but this is really, really pretty. And I do remember liking it, but it's something that's, even though it's pretty, it's something that's, we don't get very many scents like this. I can definitely smell fresh, crisp, fresh of an apple and cinnamon, even though it's, but it's not, when I say we don't get much of, it's not a typical apple and spice scent where they're simmering over a pot and you get more of that spice and more of that stewed apple. This is definitely like an apple straight off the tree. So well, that's very pretty, and I think this is a good scent for our hot weather here in Australia at Christmas time, because it is a little bit fruitier, it's got a little bit of that sweeter burst of fresh, and it's not too red hot cinnamon. So that was Crimson Berry Christmas. So I will definitely be interested to warming that and trying to decide whether I want more, whether I want to put that in my club or not. That's one of those scents that I struggled with trying to decide what I wanted to do last time around. So the next one I know definitely won't be going in my club. This was not a favourite for me, and that is Happy Holidays, which is festive golden pear mingles with clove and holiday pine to bring joy to the season. Now I'm not going to open that one just yet because I have been making samples with one bar left over that I had from when it was in our trio collection. So this was originally from the Christmas trio collection in 2020 again. So all these scents are returning scents, I believe, from 2020, except for the last one, which I think retired in 2020 and was a catalogue scent. So this was originally in our Christmas trio collection of 2020, and it was Happy Holidays, which is festive golden pear mingles with clove and holiday pine to bring joy to the season. So this is going to be one who love tree and who love a very, very spicy type scent at Christmas time. This is to me a red hot spice and treat, and it comes across quite bitter and astringent to my nose. I feel like it's missing something that needs to sweeten this out personally. So it was not one of my favorites. So as I said, I was making samples out of this last bar. I now have another 2 bars. So this is when it was the Christmas Trio collection, the labelling it had. And this is the new labelling it will have with our Scent of the Season collection. So that is Happy Holidays. And the last one in the Scent of the Season collection, which was in our catalogue and has since retired. I believe it retired 2020 for our spring summer catalogue. When we switched over to our autumn winter catalogue, I believe it retired then. And that is Vanilla Mint. So Vanilla Mint at that stage, that and Silver Bells were our only mint scents in our catalogue, and they have since got rid of both of them. So that's interesting to note. So if you're a mint lover and you're after some mint scents, now's the time to pretty much grab them with our Christmas collections, because we no longer really have a mint scent in our catalogue here in Australia. So Vanilla Mint is Winter Green Frost, sparkles over vanilla and frozen citrus. So this one intrigues me. On cold, I absolutely love it. I get the vanilla and I get the mint, but that frozen citrus comes out when I warm this, and I don't know that I'm a fan of that frozen citrus. I kind of feel if this didn't have that frozen citrus, I would really, really love this. Saying this is a very crisp mint scent. It's not that vanilla. I was kind of hoping to be a little bit more predominant and smooth it and sweeten it out a bit more, but the mint and the citrus is very much forefront in this, making it a very crisper, tartar, sharper mint scent. So I'm wondering if I mix this with a vanilla scent, if I'd love this more, because I do enjoy mint scents, but I'm not sure that vanilla mint is my favourite mint scent. So that was the Scent of the Season collection. As I said, they will be available November 1st, and as a consultant we had access to 2 bundles prior to the collection opening. So I did have some leftover salted caramel toffee, and as you saw I had some leftover Happy Holidays, so I have done samples out of them, but I will be doing some samples with the Vanilla Mint and Crimson Berry Christmas. I will be rewarming all these to provide a warming review for you. And I have warmed them before, but as I said, all of these have been previously around 2020. We are now towards the end of 2022. So these have not been around for roughly, unless they've been in your club, these have not been around for 2 years unless you've had them in your club. So if I were to rank them now based on my favourite to my least favourite, my favourite's definitely salted caramel toffee. In all likelihood it's going back into my club. My second favourite would be Crimson Berry Christmas. My third favourite is Vanilla Mint. While I'm not the biggest fan of the citrus in here when it warms, I'm feeling this could have some minty mixing potential. And my least favourite is Happy Holidays. So let's delve into the second box, shall we, since they're both small orders. So the next box is my, I guess you could say, first go around of the holiday collection. So as I said, there are some other items I have been eyeing off, some bigger ticket price items that I'm hoping to build up enough in a party to be able to collect them. But that's if they're still available, because our holiday collection is a limited time only products, so they are only available while stocks last. So I'm just quickly pulling up the scent descriptions of some of these things for you. So let's talk about the wax first, shall we? So as always, the holiday collection comes with a 3-pack of different scented wax bars, and you can also get these in pods. There are no pods in this particular order, which I do normally get, but I wanted to smell these first before making up my mind on what pods I could quite possibly want in this collection. So let's do the first one, shall we? So the first one is cranberry, apple and cider. So this is tart orange, cranberry and apple, mulled with cinnamon sticks, served warm and wonderful. I'm always up for a cider scent, but I tend to prefer the apple cider scents than I do the orange cider scents. This has got apple, cranberry and orange in this cider mix, so it's going to be interesting to see what way I'm going to go. This isn't the strongest. This smells quite light to me for a cider scent, so I'm not smelling okay. I think I'm smelling more the cranberry more than anything, and a little bit of cinnamon. It's quite light, but it is quite pretty. It's just quite light. And there's almost a freshness about that with that. So this is one of those ones I think is going to transform more when it's warming. At the moment I'm smelling like a cranberry dusted with cinnamon and spices. So, and I'm smelling maybe a little bit of an orange. So I'm smelling like a little bit of a spiced orange behind a sweet cranberry dusted with cinnamon sugar. That's what I'm smelling on cold, but that's quite pretty. Different to what I imagined it would be. I was thinking this was going to be a lot more citrus heavy and a lot more spice heavy in my mind, to be honest with you. But I'm picking up more of the cranberry more than anything else. So I don't know if it's going to be my favourite cider scent. I still think honey pear cider and cider mill kind of win, and Jack's Obsession. I still think those are my 3 leading cider scents, and nothing can really take their place. And they're my go-to cider scents. So the next one is Maple Vanilla Glaze, which is delight your senses with buttered caramel and dark maple drizzled over caramel sugar. Okay. So I feel like they've done this scent before. I feel like it's very similar to the cinnamon maple vanilla, and very similar to our brick, our maple acorn brick or maple chestnut brick, but without that nuttiness. But I'm still feeling like there is a spice behind this, so I'm feeling like it's the maple and the caramel without the nut, add the spice. It's a little bit earthy. It's not a sweet, syrupy maple. It's more that tree, earthy maple note. I honestly thought this one might be Scentsy Club worthy for me, but based on cold smell, I feel like there are other maple scents that I like just a little bit more. I think the brick one might be a bit more club worthy than this, and this one will be a enjoy it while I have it bar. And the next one is Swirling Snowflakes, which is a flurry of sparkling peppermint dances in the fresh air with a hint of delicate eucalyptus flower. So this is another minty scent, so another chance to get your hand on minty scents if you love minty scents. Ooh, this one's nice. This one could potentially make my club. I feel like if you like Olaf Warm Hugs, you'll definitely like this one. It smells a little bit stronger, and there is a bit more of a eucalyptus note to this as opposed to that buttermint that you get in Olaf Warm Hugs. It has a little bit more of a buttermint sweet note, whereas this has got more of that sharp eucalyptus, then it's got the mint, and then it's got a tiny bit of vanilla to give it that icy cool creamy effect. Actually, I don't think it has got any vanilla in it, but there's something in there that's giving an icy, that's that same icy cool effect you get with Olaf Warm Hugs. I think the peppermint mixed with the eucalyptus makes it not as sharp and not as tart, toothpastey smell, but there is a little bit of a sharpness. It is a little bit stronger, but that is really nice. So that could potentially make my club. So if I were to rate these, because I haven't warmed any of these yet, based on cold sniffs, my favourite is definitely Swirling Snowflakes. My second favourite would have to be Cranberry Orange Cider, and my third favourite would be Maple Vanilla Glaze, which totally surprises me. Reading the scent notes, I would have thought my favourite would have been Maple Vanilla Glaze, my second favourite would have been Swirling Snowflakes, and my third favourite would have been Cranberry Apple Cider. But first sniffs have pretty much switched them all around completely. So let's delve into what else I got. So I did pick up a travel twist in Swirling Snowflakes. So I will be interested to try that out and see what I think of the travel twist in Swirling Snowflakes. I also picked up a holiday oil 3-pack. So I remember this at reunion, trying my hardest to smell these particular oils. I could smell everything else, but for some reason I'd either gone nose blind from smelling everything, or because it was next to the maple vanilla, it was next to the cider scent, that kind of might have overtaken my nostrils in that section. But I just remember not being able to smell these particular set of oils when I tried to smell them at reunion. So this is going to be a pretty much thirst sniffs for me now because of being nose blind by the end of reunion. So for those who don't know about our oils, these are little collector oils. Normally our oils, if you're buying an oil by itself, is 15 ml. But when they come in collections like this, You get 3 different fragrances in 3 5ml packs, and they come in these little gifting tins. So let's delve into some first sniffs, shall we? So the first one we're going to talk about is First Snowfall, and it's got this beautiful little snowflake on it, and it is described as a blanket of frosty air settles over eucalyptus and cedar wood. So this is going to be, I feel, one for those woodsy lovers. Okay, so the first thing I'm getting is that eucalyptus. That's nice, and I can actually smell it this time around. I will say it's not the strongest smelling, but it's very refreshing. This is a refreshing sweet eucalyptus, and I think it's that frosty air, and then that cedar wood kind of tones it down and adds a really earthy note. Ooh, this would be a really pretty bedroom scent just to sit back and relax to. I really like that one. So the next one is Frosted Fir Balsam, and that is snow falls over fir balsam and rosewood dusted with peppermint. So this sounds like it's going to be right up my alley too. There's a rosewood scent that Scentsy make, rosewood and vanilla, which I absolutely love diffusing in my bedroom. So this sounds like it's going to be, and I love diffusing mint scents in my bedroom, so this sounds like it's going to be a mint take instead of a vanilla take on that rosewood scent. Okay, so I'm smelling that sweet rosewood that I smell in vanilla and rosewood, but it's a little bit fresher. It's not as earthy, and it's not as warm. This is, it's still, and by warm I mean that vanilla kind of adds this very wintry, warm, hugging, sweet, earthy, woodsy note. So this has got that earthy, woodsy note, but it's a little bit more on the fresher side. It's a little bit more crisp, and for want of a better word, because it's already there in the description, a little bit more frosted. But it is, again, very pretty. I feel like if you're looking for some cooling, woods, calming scents, both Frosted Fir Balsam and First Snowfall would be really brilliant for that. And the last one kind of appeals to the bakery lovers out there. The first two were more for those fresh, just lost my box, fresh forest, woodsy, minty lovers. This last one is kind of appealing to those bakery lovers, which is Sweets for Santa, which is holiday baking fills the air with cinnamon, lemon, vanilla, and hints of caramel. Ooh. And I'm just throwing a little away there. This is nice. That lemon kind of gives it a little bit of a zing. So I'm smelling the vanilla and caramel, and then a zing in the background from the lemon with just that tiny hint of spice. So this would be a really nice one for the kitchen. I'm just going to put that there because I've lost the lid over there while we finish off our box, if I can reach the box, which I also lost because I seem to be throwing my holiday collection of what I purchased every week. So, which I definitely don't want to do. So, the next thing I got was the hand soap trio. So I had a customer that only wanted Christmas Cottage. She didn't want the 3-pack. I love Winterberry apple tea, and I actually currently have a Perfect Peppermint in my bathroom at the moment. So I love both these scents, and I will really enjoy them. So because she only wanted Christmas cottage, I told her I would split the cost with her. She could take the Christmas cottage and I will pay for the other 2 hand soaps and take them, so she can still get her beloved Christmas cottage that way. So Winterberry apple tea, I really wish would come into our catalogue as a full-time in the bar, because I do really enjoy that one. So the last thing I got was a warmer. I don't need any more warmers, but there are a few warmers I really want for the Christmas collection, and this one I already have a place in mind for it. I still want to get the kick-off to Christmas warmer. I still want to get the diffuser shade, and I still want to get the 3 All Aglow Christmas tree warmers, time permitting and obviously money permitting as well. But this one, I know exactly where I'm going to put this one. So this one is a mini warmer, and it does come with your plug-in. Now I already have a tabletop base, so which is why I went for the plug-in instead of the tabletop base, but I will be setting this particular one up as a tabletop base. So this is the gingerbread man, and I'm kind of contemplating going back and getting a couple more of these for thank you gifts for my children's teachers for the end of the year, because this one is just bloody cute. So on the box there is always a quote from our CEOs, Heidi and Orville, and this one says, "Loyalty is the purest form of trust. Where there is loyalty, love is complete." And that's from Orville, one of our co-CEOs. So I was watching the end of Bump Live, and they were talking about this little fella having his own jacuzzi. So, and they were talking about that's what it's meant to look like. But I just think it's stinking cute. So this is our gingerbread man lounging in a coffee cup. So this particular fella, as you can see, it's ceramic, hand painted, so you're not going to get, I'm not going to turn him on because you're not going to get much light. You'll only get a little bit of light coming out of these holes, but he's just lounging around in this gorgeous Christmas coffee cup. So he's going to go when it comes time to take down Halloween and put up Christmas in my coffee corner. If you watched my warmer tour, I showed you my coffee corner that's kind of got this succulent plant theme going. Have to put him in my coffee corner. So when he is set up, I might just put him up quickly and take a photo of him set up with a light on, and then I'll insert the picture above there just so you can see what my coffee corner may look like with him. Obviously I'm probably going to do more Christmas decorations than just him around the coffee corner, but it will give you an idea of what he will look like, where he is going before I put up the rest of my Christmas decorations. And then I'm probably going to take him down because I'm not going to set him up till closer to Christmas time. But my coffee corner is going to get a makeover with the gingerbread man. So that was my haul. I hope you guys enjoyed. I have got through warming all the bricks, so I do want to come on and do a warming review of the bricks soon for you. And there is a flash sale on tomorrow, 80% off products, so that will be while stocks last. So if you're interested in popping on and checking out the flash sale tomorrow, I will pop my link below so you can check out the flash sale if that's something that interests you. Until then, stay safe and bye for now.